So I've discovered that making these videos as I get ready for bed, talking to y'all while I wash my face and shit, are pretty fun. I really enjoy them. We're just hopping right in. I want to talk about colorism. Well, I can only speak about it in my relation to it within the Black community and my experiences. First off, there's definitely evidence of light skin privilege and the preferential treatment of lighter skinned or racially ambiguous persons in the Black community. That's not how it works in my family directly. So I am even further from understanding how people could genuinely believe that kind of shit. I remember I was with an old friend who I'm not friends with anymore. We were in this mall and a group of YouTubers trying to make their come up. So it was a group of Black YouTubers and they asked the question light skins versus dark skins. And realistically, bro, don't nobody give a fuck about your fucking complexion or your race, period. But for the video, I had answered dark skin. Dark skins were underappreciated, and I said that I wanted dark skin babies. Thinking about saying that and voicing that, first of all, I don't want to fetishize darker complexions, and I feel like that's what I did by answering like that and saying I wanted dark skinned babies. I feel like that contributes to colorism. Even answering the question, I should have just said I have no preference. You end up liking who you like. You can't generalize people based on their skin color. The fuck? No matter what the intent was, that was a shitty response. My own internalized issues with my fear of not being Black enough made me want to have dark skinned babies so they would never have to question their Blackness, but the color of your skin, the complexion, does not determine, diminish, or challenge your Blackness. It may alter what your Black experience is and how you experience being Black, specifically in America, due to the racist system ingrained in the entirety of America's setup, but it does not diminish your Blackness. I can teach my children that Blackness or whatever parts of their identity that they decide to identify with is up to them, and they don't have to listen to and focus on skin tone because that's whack. Speaking of the light skin privilege, needs to be acknowledged and eradicated. That was fucking terrible. Didn't even cover my nose. Light skinned brothers and sisters, including myself, need to advocate and also make room for our darker toned Black Americans and allow them to speak for themselves and acknowledge and emphasize the differences in their Black experience. It does not deface or take away from our experiences with racism and how we are impacted. We can't denounce their experiences because we also experience racism. It's not the same. It is important to touch on that and listen to each person's stories. Each individual Black person is going to have their own story to tell, no matter what spectrum on the skin tone you are. What skin tone on the spectrum you are. In media, there needs to be more diversity, 100% in every aspect, for all people of color, not just Black identifying folks. When do you ever see Indigenous peoples being played by Indigenous peoples? When do you ever see Indigenous people being played, period? Other than in caricatures and stereotypes. In the Avatar, Twilight, shit like that. The whitewashing of Indigenous people needs to end. The whitewashing of any person of color needs to end, realistically. I just cannot speak for people. I don't know what the experience is or the impact is on other people of color. I just know how it impacts my identities, my experience within my identities, and I think that shit needs to be corrected. With that being said, you need an Indigenous person to play somebody. Here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, right here. Now I'm thinking about diversity in the media and the lack thereof. When I was younger, you know how siblings, when you watch cartoons and TV shows, you pick which character you are? I think that's like a common thing everybody does. It would be annoying watching shows where there was like never more than one black person, black girl in the show. They'd try and like feign diversity. They try and have it by just including one minority from select groups into the background. It sucked not being able to like ever get to play the black girl unless it was a black movie. My older sister, she's a dark-skinned woman, so she would always get to play. She'd be the black girls and I would be the Spanish girls, which I don't mind, didn't mind. I still got to play a character and be a main character, whatever. But like, could we have more than one black character so more kids can see themselves and their siblings in shows? More than one of any person of color? That would be greatly appreciated. For the Bratz example, she was Sasha and I was Yasmin. I don't know if Yasmin was Spanish, but or like the Cheetah Girls. That was a nice diverse group, but even then, like the two main Cheetah Girls was the black girl, Raven, and the Spanish girl, Adrian. My sister was Raven, I was Adrian, you know? I don't know, I just feel like that shit needs to be fixed. People deserve to see themselves on TV. And whitewashing, bro. Have y'all seen what the fuck they had the audacity to do to Orange Blossom from Strawberry Shortcake? Y'all seen that shit? I saw a thread of a bunch of different whitewashed characters. Bro, if it ain't broke, come correct. And another thing, can we not force people of color to stay solely in their stereotypes, in their niche roles? Like, can they expand? Can they be more? Can we see Spanish people and black people not be maids? Can we see them be the main character? Can we not see them? Can we see black girls be front character, not the really interesting side character that you'd love to learn more about, but can't because it's not their story? Can we see people of color without existing solely in their tropes because there's more than one black experience, there's more than one Latina experience, there's more than one Asian American experience, there's more than one of all these things and more than one aspect of each individual culture? So why are we trying to portray each individual culture as one specific thing? Not every experience is the same.
So can we represent that in the media, please?
For all the other people that don't
Fit into the stereotypes
and the niches and the tropes, so people can see themselves, not just people that look like them, but people that act like them. Where the hell is my lip
cream?
Oh no, we want to see ourselves in toys, TV, film. They don't have to fit in a specific trope. They don't have to go through a specific hardship to be a black character. You can just have someone be a main character that is black. Their blackness isn't the main character. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying I'm trying to erase the black experience and say that needs to be removed from film, because please keep that shit up. But I don't want to keep seeing the same shtick for every single black character. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But the thing is, I'm just going to start writing films and sending them to Hollywood with characters that are just living normal lives, having their own little love stories. Like, we're still going to bring in aspects of the cultures, but not solely the negative connotations. You know, it's not defacing the experience of the people of color to have them not go through trials and tribulations. Like, it's okay. And it's important to be seen in media for people going through that shit to be able to see themselves, but that shouldn't be the only thing. I think that's it. So I guess that's it. Don't forget to like this video if you like this video. Subscribe if you want to subscribe and join the fam. Comment down below if you have something to say. Dislike if you didn't like it. And I'll see y'all the next time I post. Bless.